Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a country that's just full of incredible contrasts. We're talking about Argentina, a place of stunning beauty, deep passion, and a whole lot of paradox. Okay, so when I say Argentina, what's the first thing that pops into your head? It's tough, right? Because this country, it's just so many different things all rolled into one. Do you picture the raw, wild landscapes of Patagonia? You know, those huge glaciers, the endless plains. It's so far south, it literally feels like you're standing at the very end of the world.
Or maybe your mind goes to something completely different. Maybe it's the buzz of Buenos Aires. You've got these grand European buildings, cool little cafes everywhere, a city with a vibe that could go head-to-head with any major capital in the world.
But then there's the other side of the coin. The part you always see in the news, right? The story of these incredible economic booms followed by just devastating busts, and a political scene that's been, well, let's just say it's been a roller coaster.
So to really get a handle on Argentina, we've got to start right at the beginning, with the land itself. I mean, its name alone tells you so much. It's a name that promises riches, hinting at all the incredible treasures it holds. Yeah, the name Argentina actually comes from the Latin word for silver, argentum. How cool is that? It came from these old legends that early Venetian and Genoa explorers heard, tales of giant mountains just packed with silver. It really shows you what they were hoping to find. And believe me, this treasure chest is absolutely massive. We're talking about the 8th largest country in the world. It stretches all the way from the hot, humid subtropics down to the icy south. The sheer variety of landscapes is just mind-boggling. And this geography, it's the perfect metaphor for the country's personality. It's a land of total extremes. Think about this. Argentina has Mount Aconcagua, which is the highest mountain you'll find anywhere outside of Asia. And at the same time, it has Laguna del Carbon, the lowest point in the entire western and southern hemispheres. The highest highs and the lowest lows, literally all in one place.
Now, all this natural wealth wasn't just some fairy tale. For a while there, for this one incredible moment in history, Argentina actually turned that potential into reality. And I mean, they became so prosperous, it literally shocked the world. It was the place to be.
Now seriously, let that sink in. Around the turn of the 20th century, Argentina wasn't just doing okay. It was one of the richest countries on Earth. The average person there was making more money than people in Italy, Spain, even Canada. And this was all thanks to its amazing farmland and a huge wave of European immigrants, a wave so big only the US saw more. And this flood of people, mostly from Italy and Spain, completely changed the country. They call it a crisol de razas, a melting pot. It's exactly why Argentina today feels so European. I mean, you can walk through parts of Buenos Aires and swear you're in Milan or Madrid. But, and this is the big but, that golden age didn't last. It was tragically short. And this gets us right to the heart of the Argentine paradox. How does a country with everything going for it, a country that was the poster child for success, end up in a century of chaos?
Well, the 20th century was just a mess of political turmoil. Get this. Between 1930 and 1976, the military staged a coup and threw out the government 6 times. Imagine that constant chaos. It completely destroyed any sense of stability, trashed the economy, and just ripped society apart. And right in the middle of all that, you have the rise and fall of Juan Perón, a super influential and, let's be honest, super controversial figure.
And that cycle of instability, it hit its absolute darkest moment during what's known as the Dirty War. After the coup in '76, the military government basically declared war on its own people. They went after anyone they even thought was a political opponent. We're talking about thousands of people being kidnapped, tortured, killed. It was a horrifying national trauma, and the country is still dealing with those scars. So, as you can imagine, that chaotic political history is tied directly to the economic roller coaster Argentina's been on. The trauma wasn't just social, it completely eroded any trust people had in their own government, in their banks, in, well, anything. And that breakdown is what led to this endless cycle of economic problems. And the legacy of all that? It's a pattern of one economic crisis after another, constantly defaulting on their debt, crazy hyperinflation that just vaporizes people's life savings, and poverty that just won't go away. And listen, this isn't just a string of bad luck. It's the direct result of decades of flip-flopping politics. One government comes in and does one thing, the next one comes in and does the complete opposite. Who would want to invest long-term in that kind of environment? And yet, and this is what's so fascinating, this is the key to the whole puzzle. The potential is still there. That promise of being the land of silver wasn't a lie.
It's a giant in agriculture. It's sitting on one of the biggest shale oil and gas reserves in the world, the Vaca Muerta. And it's a huge producer of lithium, the stuff we need for all our batteries. The resources, the wealth, it's all right there, just waiting. So, you take all of this history, the amazing highs, the crushing lows, the beautiful landscapes, the chaotic cities, and you mix it all together. What do you get? You get a national spirit that is just incredibly passionate, tough as nails, and always, always creative. And you really do feel that spirit everywhere. You see it in the tango, this dance that's so full of passion and sadness, born out of the immigrant experience. You see it in their love for football. It's basically a religion there, something that brings everyone together. It's in the tradition of the asado, the barbecue that's all about friends and family. And of course, you taste it in a glass of Malbec wine, which has become famous all over the world.
So, that leaves us with the big question, doesn't it? Here's a nation that has literally everything it needs to be a massive success, but it's also haunted by this past that keeps tripping it up. So, what's next? Can the land of silver finally solve its own puzzle and build the future it was always meant to have? I guess that's the great unanswered question.